Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. Today is another Christmas gift that does not cost very much money, and it's a Christmas that's homemade from the heart. Those of you who watch any amount of my videos will know that I have lots of videos on me making these onion rolls. This is something I make every year, and it's absolutely the most amazing bread machine mix that I have ever had. As you know, through all of these years, I have lots of bread machine mixes, but this one is my favorite. You will see me making this bread all the time. It is my go-to bread. It is savory onion roll jar mix. So simple, so easy. So I went on Amazon just to price the mixes in a jar, you know, the bread machine mixes. They want anywhere from $7 to $12 for a mix. When you go to the grocery store, you can get some for $4.95 or $5.95, and then you have all kinds of preservatives in it. I can whip up a batch of this in a matter of 15 minutes, and this will last me almost a year. So I give a lot of these as gifts. I make it into bread, I make it into hamburger rolls, I make it into breadsticks, you can make it into pizza crust. This is absolutely amazing. I am trying to tell you that this stuff is amazing. So, with that being said, I'm going to make and mix this up and show you and give you the recipe in the description box below. There is a full recipe. It comes from the Rainy Day Food Storage Meals in a Jar recipe website. And I just absolutely love it. I am going to be adding, I have a large glass right there of a bread mix. It's like seeds, like poppy seeds and things like that. I am going to be adding about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of a cup into each jar. That's my preference. That's not part of the recipe. I thought it would be neat to add some flax seeds and stuff with mine. But it's just really simple, really easy. I think I'm going to, because I am doing a lot of these, I'm doing, I think, 12 quarts. I think I'm going to do 6 quarts at a time so I don't mess up. It's so simple and easy. It is 1/4 cup of dehydrated onion flakes, 3 1/3 cups of bread flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of powdered milk, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. I only add a teaspoon. Then it calls for dried parsley. Then it calls for each of these 1 envelope of yeast. I do not put my yeast in, but you can, you're supposed to. I keep my yeast in the refrigerator so it lasts me a very long time. When you put yeast in a jar like this, it won't last more than 6 months. If you're giving it as a gift, it's perfect to add the yeast. If you're keeping it on for your shelf, I would not add the yeast. If you are not adding the yeast, it's 3 teaspoons of yeast. So, and 1 envelope is about 3 teaspoons of yeast. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make tags. I actually make printable labels and I put it on the front of it. When you go to make this in the bread machine, then you're going to add this, and you're going to add 3 teaspoons of yeast, 3 teaspoons of butter, and about a 1 1/4 cup of water. Let me make this clear again. I'll show you the website, which is easy. When you give this as a gift, you will have to add it on a tag. All right, we have all of the jars done with the flour. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the onion flakes and add all the other ingredients and show you that as well. So now it's where you have to have a little organization because we're making so much that I think from here on out, I'm going to put all the ingredients in each jar. And then that way I can move them or I get mixed up, especially if I talk when I'm doing it. So this here is my bread mix. I just add a little bit of poppy seeds and some oatmeal. That's something that I'm adding to mine. All right, now the next thing is the onion flakes. Oh, that smells amazing. So we have onion flakes, powdered milk, sugar, and salt. So that's what we're going to do. Now your jars will be very full, but you will have enough room for everything. now what we're going to do is do not make your rims wet. Do not make anything wet. Make sure your jars are totally dry. Take a dry paper towel and we're just going to wipe the rims to make sure there's no powder on them. Everything has to be totally dry. Now, here is where you can just put a lid and then put a screw band on it like this, or you can vacuum seal them. I am vacuum sealing mine, and I have this really nice attachment that I got years ago, and you just put it on like this, push it down in, and it's going to vacuum seal them. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum seal all of these jars because I have a lot of them here. And then you can decorate your jars. You can decorate your jars. You can put Christmas labels on them. This is just an absolute wonderful way to share with your loved one a gift in a jar. All right, here's a batch from last year. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up. Then all I have to do is add my water, my butter, and my yeast. And then we'll mix it all up. And then I'll let it rise in the bread machine, and then we'll roll it out into rolls in just a little bit. All right, the onion roll mix in a jar is finished. And somebody many years ago made me these labels. So I'm using these little labels that have Christmas on them. And in the back, I wrote the directions. So I'm going to use these labels with some red ribbon, and then we'll tie the labels and they'll be perfect for a Christmas gift. So they're absolutely adorable, but I don't remember who made them. It was like 6 years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and use them today. All right, they are all finished and they are beautiful gifts. I'm going to go ahead and get them ready to give for Christmas. I promised you to show you what it looks like. So this is the roll mix in a jar. This is what it looks like. You can actually make it as a bread too. You don't have to use it as rolls. I'm going to go ahead and form them as my rolls, and then I will try to remember to show you a photo of them when they're done. So you can actually have this as a bread if you wanted to, but I am going to put them as rolls. So you're just going to roll them. You can have them whatever size you want. I'm actually going to have them fairly large. They are really, really good. Try not to add too much flour. The more flour you add to them, the more hard they become. So it is a little bit sticky, but it's workable. So I am able to work. So it should make me about 8 large rolls. Now I'll wait till they're double in size, and then we will bake them. And I bake them at 350 for about 20 minutes or until they're brown. You can look on the original recipe in the website for more information. Or let them rise double. These are a little bit bigger than these. Oh, I wish you would give it a try because they absolutely smell and taste so amazing. They turned out amazing. Absolutely amazing. They got a little bit brown this batch on top. That's okay.